Hey friends, happy Friday. We are going to do a fun Friday craft as promised. If you remember from yesterday's video, I showed you what our craft is going to be and I told you you'd need a few materials. I'm going to use a marker, but you need to start with a pencil just in case you make a mistake so you can erase it. I'm just going to use a marker because it'll show up darker for me to show you what to do. You also will need a piece of paper, just a piece of white paper or notebook paper, whatever kind of paper you have. It can be white, it can be a colored sheet of paper, it does not matter. Scissors and tape, which I don't have my tape with me, but I do have tape. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of paper and our pencil, and we're going to draw kind of like a skinny rectangle, about like this. So it's taking up like almost, maybe should have started a little bit more this way, but you're going to do it about to the middle of the page. When you're done with that, you're going to draw a circle that connects right here in the middle. It's not going to be a perfect circle. That's okay. Okay. See how my circle's a little bit thicker or wider than my rectangle? Make sure yours is too. You want to have plenty of space for your numbers around your clock face. And then we're going to take the same rectangle shape and draw it over here on this side to have the other band for our watch. So it should look something like this. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is if you made any mistakes or you want to make yours look a little straighter or your circle a little bit better, you can go ahead and pause the video and erase those little things and redraw them if you need to. And then when you start the video again, we're going to start cutting. So when I cut, I'm not going to cut out 3 separate shapes. I'm just going to cut around the outside to make one long shape. So I'm going to cut mine real quick to show you. And then if you want to pause the video while you cut, you can do that. So we want to be real careful. Remember, friends, when we're cutting, we keep our elbows in and we turn the paper. We don't turn our arms. We turn the paper. So our hands are mostly staying in the same place. We're just turning the paper around. Okay, so when you're done cutting, you should have something like this. Okay, I bet yours will look even better than mine. Once you get to this point, we're going to use our pencil again, just in case we make a mistake, to write our numbers around our clock face. So remember, the one that goes at the very top is the one that says o'clock. What number is that? 12. So we're going to write our 12. And I find it easier to go ahead and just do the numbers that are in the top, bottom, left, and right, and then fill in the ones that go in between. So the very bottom, right under the 12 at the bottom, we're going to do a 6. So you should have this so far. 12 at the very top, 6 at the very bottom. You can pause it if you need to. Then on the very far right, we have a 3. And then on the very far left, we have a 9. So now you can go in and fill in the rest of the numbers in between. So I'm going to go over here to the 12 and write 1, 2. Then we have a 3, 4, 5. Then there's a 6, 7, 8. Then there's a 9, 10, 11, and then back to 12. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can pause the video and do the same thing, or you can wait till I'm done, and then you can do it. Totally up to you. You just want to make sure they're as evenly spaced as possible. So this is what you should have when you're done. You can pause the video here and copy if you need to. All right, then I'm going to do a dot right in the center of my clock face. And now this is the part where you get to be creative. I'm going to let you choose what time you want to put on your clock. Okay, I'm going to choose 2 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to take my hour hand first, my short hand, and I'm going to put it on the 2. And then I know my minute hand needs to go where if it's 2 o'clock. O'clock on the 12. And I need to make sure that hand is longer. So my watch says 2 o'clock. You can do whatever time you want on your watch, and then you can decorate it. So if I have markers or glitter and glue or colored pencils or stickers, I can go ahead and decorate my watch. And then this final step is when you need tape. So you're gonna have a sibling or a grown-up help you put the watch around your wrist, not too tight, but enough to where you can see it. I'm gonna put mine on the right so I can read the time. And then you have your own little watch. Isn't that cool? And then you can practice going around and you can tell people, oh, look, it's 2 o'clock to practice whatever time you wrote on your clock. Okay. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Decorate them super pretty and cute. And make sure you have your parents or your grandparents or your brother or sister send me a picture so I can share them with everybody.